Hi, I'm here to tell you about something super important. The Earth is messed up right now, and if you're reading this, you're part of the problem. Of course, there are lots of terrible things happening in the world, but I'm only here to talk about one: Earth's increasing environmental issues. Trust me, there are a lot of them. One of these issues? Littering. Look, a lot of you have probably done this before. A lot of you probably still do this. Well, I'm here to tell you to stop. Like now.
But it's not like littering affects that much in the environment. Why should we stop?
I'll tell you why. Every year, the US pays $11.5 billion on litter cleanup, and billions of tons of the litter collected is dumped into the ocean, severely hurting marine life and filling the ocean with trash. But did you know that there's a magical object that can properly dispose of waste, and they just happen to be in basically every place ever? They're called trash cans. The sad thing is, people litter out of pure laziness. Don't be lazy, throw your trash in trash cans. Now here's another problem.
Okay, so I stopped littering. Does this mean I've saved the world?
Nope. Not yet anyway. But there's another really easy thing you can do to help out. Recycle. Question. If you're holding a piece of plastic, let's say a water bottle, and there's both a trash can and a recycling bin in front of you, why would you put it in the trash can? If you recycle it, you're just moving your arm slightly to the right. It's not that hard.
But I recycled like all of my plastic, so this isn't really a problem, is it?
But do you? It's estimated that 91% of plastic isn't recycled at all, but either ends up incinerated or in a landfill. Not to mention that whole littering problem I talked about earlier, which obviously doesn't help, since plastic takes 400 years to degrade. That's like a long time.
Well, there's not that many things I can recycle other than water bottles.
Wrong.
There's a whole buttload of stuff that can be recycled, like cereal boxes, snack boxes, magazines, junk mail, cardboard, empty Coke cans, those weird things called books that nobody uses anymore, the homework you forgot to do 2 years ago. Do I have to go on? And it greatly helps the environment. If everyone in the world recycled, landfills would shrink dramatically, decreasing the harmful release of CO2 and methane that occurs as waste decomposes. New materials could be produced. For example, if everyone recycled just one aluminum can, 295 million cans could be produced. That's a lot of cans. Here's the problem. Not everyone recycles. Even though recycling rates have gone up in recent years, of the 8.3 billion metric tons of plastic that's been produced, 79% of that has become waste, and a lot of that ended up right in the ocean. In short, it's a problem. A big problem.
What are you doing?
I'm recording my audio for the PSA. Why?
Move.
Ow.
Let's talk about what's really important. Air pollution. Now, if you happen to live in a small Michigan town like I do, air pollution isn't a huge problem. But other places... yeah, it sucks. Some of those other places are India, Saudi Arabia, Cameroon, Iran, and last but probably most polluted, China. And of course it's our fault. The burning of fossil fuels emits several gases like sulfur dioxide and carbon monoxide, and is released all the time out of trucks, cars, trains, and airplanes. Exhaust from factories is another big one. And even the use of pesticides and fertilizers in agriculture pollutes the air. Not only does all of this pollution make cities look like they're in the mist, but it also hurts us humans as well. Smog causes severe respiratory problems and damages organ systems. And yes, people have died. 5.5 million every year to be exact. Although good news, China has actually realized how harmful their country's condition is and have started to abandon fossil fuels to try to fix up their cities. So, there's that.
Hi! Alright, here's what you really need to know about. It's how all this affects animals. Soda rings, fishing lines, hooks, soda cans, beer cans, gum, tin cans, cups, jars, plastic bottles, plastic bags. These are all things that can lead to a premature death of an animal that was just minding its own business, surviving in the harsh reality of the real world. Now, there are a bunch of things you may think are completely harmless. For example, balloons. Here's a shocker. Small animals have no idea what a balloon is. For all we know, they could see it as like a T-bone steak. So they eat it, and since balloons are latex, they don't decompose in the stomach acid and tend to pass through the digestive system. If it doesn't pass through, it sits in their stomach, and almost 99% of the time, they die. Other things that don't seem so harmful to nature and to animals are nets. Volleyball nets, tennis nets, all the nets. Here's the deal. Male deer can get their antlers stuck and tangled. If they can't get themselves unstuck, they may struggle and potentially break their necks. It sounds terrible, and yeah, it is, but it doesn't stop there. If the net does come out of their posts, they'll run around unable to get out of their antlers. Then it might get stuck on something else, and the same struggle might happen again. These are just a few examples, but the point is, if we keep allowing these things to happen, then a lot of amazing animals are going to die out. Deer, dead. Sea turtles, dead. Birds, dead. Sea lions, ducks, squirrels, fish, whales, dolphins, all dead. And even if you don't care about animals and are just an all-around selfish and terrible person, this still is a problem for you. We are only able to live because animals help provide for us. Bees help pollinate plants, animals provide us with a main food source, etc. We are forever in debt to these animals for letting us live in this world instead of completely wiping us out. So why not show them we appreciate that?
You know what I'm gonna do.
What? Ah.
So yeah, the world sucks for all reasons previously stated. And if we keep doing what we're doing, if we keep pooping on the environment, it's only gonna get worse. And by the time we realize it, the Earth's gonna pile up with trash, humans are gonna have to migrate to space, and Wally will have predicted our future. Do you really want that? So this is the part of the video where I tell you how you can save the environment and sappy music starts playing in the background and... Yep, there it is. Anyways, how can you help? Well, there's two big ways. First of all, remember all that stuff we just talked about when you're going about your life. Don't litter, recycle, reduce air pollution by conserving energy, and don't mess up animals' lives. Second of all, try. Change doesn't happen on its own. Things are only going to change if everyone is involved, and yes, that includes you. In a lot of ways, you are the most important factor to saving our planet. You can either choose to change or choose not to. And even if you think whatever you do won't really change anything, trust me, it will. It's the little changes that are going to help us out. So I dare you to try, and we can change the world, literally.